Imagine a world where our sun isn't alone. What if Earth had not one but two suns? The sun is the heart of our planet, providing the light, heat, and energy that sustains life. It regulates our climate, fuels photosynthesis, and makes everything we know possible. But what if there was double the sunlight, double the power? How would Earth transform? Could life as we know it survive, or even flourish under the intense heat and shifting gravitational forces? With drastic changes to ecosystems, rhythms, and even human civilization, what would this new world look like? Let's dive into this mind-expanding possibility. If Earth had two suns, the planet's environment would undergo dramatic changes. The exact effects would depend on the characteristics of the second sun, such as its size, distance, and type, whether it's similar to our sun or something different, like a red dwarf. Here are some potential consequences of having two suns. Imagine a sky that's always bright, with the constant warmth of not one, but two stars. This change would profoundly reshape our planet. The day-night cycle would no longer follow the predictable rhythm we know. If the two suns had synchronized orbits, some regions might experience long days, or even continuous daylight for parts of the year. On the other hand, if the orbits were different, the length of days and nights could vary wildly, with certain areas enduring long stretches of intense light or total darkness, disrupting the natural circadian rhythms of life. With two suns, the Earth would also face a dramatic increase in temperature. More solar radiation would make our planet hotter, particularly in regions close to the equator. If both suns were similar in size and energy output to our own, this extra heat could melt polar ice caps, raise sea levels, and trigger extreme droughts in some areas. The climate would shift, potentially causing stronger storms and changing weather patterns across the globe. The added heat might even change the way the atmosphere behaves, with more intense ultraviolet radiation posing a significant threat to life. Organisms would need to adapt to the higher UV levels, evolving new protective mechanisms or risking extinction. Plants too would have to adjust, perhaps developing new forms of photosynthesis or even transforming the types of vegetation that thrive. With so much sunlight, solar energy could become far more efficient. But this abundance might fuel further industrial growth and energy consumption, pushing humanity to face new environmental challenges. The gravitational forces from a second sun would add even more complexity. Earth's orbit could become unstable, especially if the second sun were massive. The interaction between the two suns might throw Earth's orbit off course, changing its axial tilt, which could drastically alter the seasons and climate. The tides too would be affected, especially if the second sun were close enough. These tidal changes could lead to more seismic activity, further shifting Earth's balance. As for life itself, evolution would face an entirely new set of pressures. The excess light and heat would force species to adapt or perish. Some might thrive in the new environment while others would be unable to cope. The shift in ecosystems could be just as dramatic. With more warmth and light, tropical and desert ecosystems might expand, while polar regions, once too cold to support life, could become habitable for species suited to warmer conditions. Entirely new ecosystems could emerge, reshaping the diversity of life on Earth. For human civilization, the impact would be profound. Agricultural patterns would change as growing seasons lengthened or shortened. Crops that once thrived in certain climates might fail under the intense heat, while others could flourish. Technology would evolve rapidly, driven by the need to harness solar energy and adapt to the changing environment. People might develop new ways to regulate temperature and protect ecosystems under stress from the dual suns. Daily life would also change. With longer days or erratic daylight patterns, work hours, social structures, and cultural practices might shift. Some societies might even worship the two suns, seeing them as divine forces shaping their world. But could Earth remain habitable? The answer might depend on our position in this dual sun system. If Earth were in a sweet spot, where both suns provide just the right amount of energy, life could continue much as it is now. But if one sun were too hot or too close, it could push Earth out of its habitable zone, making parts of the planet uninhabitable. So, do you think Earth would survive with two suns? Would life thrive? Or would it be too extreme? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest revelations in space exploration. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and let's continue to explore together.